What's going on, guys? Kenny here from 619 Guitars and Gear, and I want to welcome you to the final episode of the NK Headless Star Wars themed mod project. We're going to wrap this thing up, we're going to assemble it, and then I'm going to reveal it to you guys. I can't wait for you to see it. Super excited how good it came out. I'm kind of like at a loss for words because I look at it and I just can't believe that I did this myself. But anyway, let's jump into it. We're going to assemble it, and then we'll show you how it looks. So I've started by throwing the neck on. It's a 5-bolt neck, so I wanted to do it all evenly and make sure they were all snugged before I went into the final tightening, because you don't want to over tighten them because you will cause cracks in the neck joint on the body, and that's no good. And then we went ahead and threw the little string lockers on up at the head of the neck. We won't call it a headstock, we'll just call it a head. I don't even know what you would call it, but there's 6 of the little guys, and they're kind of finicky. They have these little pins that sit in the hole and kind of align them, and I just wanted to get them on and start the screws, so they were on. And then once all 6 of them are on, I went ahead and snugged them all up. And it's kind of a pain in the butt because you need a screwdriver that's small enough to get through the hole to get all the way down and tighten them. And then we, after snugging them all up, there's like these little copper pieces. I don't even know what you would call them. They sit on top of the screw, and it kind of goes between that and the little set screws that you would tighten the string with. And I believe it just, so when you tighten it, it doesn't indent the string down into the Phillips head screw, which, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it's kind of weird. It probably would be okay on the bigger strings. You probably wouldn't need it. But after that, we got them on. Then we jumped to the bridge. Now, you're going to see me hook all this up and honestly pay no mind to it because I went back off camera and changed it all. I wasn't happy with the way this bridge was grounded out. It kind of just grounds against the metal tape, and then you're expected to have a good connection between the tape and the little base plates of the tuners. And then if you look at it, once I get these tuners on, some of them were just so crooked from the factory. Kind of crazy how they let this thing leave the factory with the tuners rubbing together. I mean, yeah, this is a really early model NK, so I can't give it too much crap, but still, what I ended up doing was taking the metal tape off. I came up with a new way to ground each individual saddle. Basically just stripped a big thick copper wire and ran it along the bottom of each saddle. So each one was making contact with it, and actually filled in all the holes that were crooked, and filled them in with wood and glue, and then re-drilled them so they were sitting where they needed to be, and none of the tuners touched anymore. When you see it in the reveal later, you'll see all that work will already be done. I just did it off camera because it was way easier. Then we went ahead and threw the battery box on. That just, popped in its little cavity that's already in the body. And there's 4 screws and then just a red and a black wire that gets routed through the bridge pickup cavity into the electronics cavity. Kind of a weird path for it, but I guess it's the easiest route for it to go. So it is what it is. So we got that in, and then routed them where they needed to go. Then I wanted to get all the wires for the pickups routed, and you'll see in a little while I throw the stock pickups back in, but that was kind of to just get this thing together. I ended up putting a set of EMGs in it. Some people might say, well, why'd you do EMGs with the fan fret? The way the magnets are in these EMGs, I made sure it's not individual magnets, so it being a slight fan fret is not going to make any difference. So nothing to worry about there. Then we went ahead and threw the output jack in. I like this output jack, but I hate where it's positioned because to tighten that nut, it's kind of a pain in the butt. So we went and got it all soldered up. I basically had all my wires stripped and then put a little glob of solder on each wire so I could just touch it to the tab it needed to go to, hit it with the soldering gun, and bam, it was melted and attached, let it cool naturally, and yeah, it was good to go. This cavity's super tiny and there's a lot of wires, so kind of had to do wire management as best as I could. It's not the best. I probably could go back and clean it up, but it is what it is. Like I said, a lot of wires in a small cavity. Then I wanted to get the power wires connected for the 9-volt and the pickups. I used that little stripper thing that was from like As Seen on TV back in like early 2000s. Hey, it still works pretty good. And then, yeah, we got them all soldered up and then heat shielded. And then I got the wires for the pickups all soldered up. And like I said, a lot of wires in a small cavity. So wire management, we did the best we could. I'll probably go back later and clean it up though. So then we got the cavity cover on and ended up putting a new veneer on there, doing a little airbrushing to match the body and the headstock. And that veneer actually matches the neck very well. And I actually did a little airbrushing at the head of the neck too. And yeah, it looks really, really good. So then we went ahead and tightened all the knobs and the switch down. You don't see me put the knobs on here, but I ended up just doing them black with a little red dot, you'll see. And then we threw the stock pickups in. Like I said, we threw the pickups in just for mock-up, but I put a nice set of EMGs in there. And then once we got them all snugged up and installed, here it is, guys. What's going on, guys? I just wanted to jump in here real quick and say thank you for following this whole project. And yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm thoroughly impressed with how well this thing came out. Definitely blew my expectations out the window. It's one of them projects that after looking at it, I'm like kind of can't believe that I did this myself. But the whole point of these projects is I want to encourage all you guys that if you're kind of timid about doing a project guitar, that you could totally do it yourself. It's really not that bad. I hope these videos help you. If you have any questions, you can always reach out in the comments, and I'll either give you another contact that we can talk a little bit easier. And yeah, I'm willing to help you guys with whatever you need. I'm really excited to move on to the next project, but I just wanted to say, you know, I'm really pumped on how well this thing turned out. Probably my favorite guitar in my collection, to be honest. And yeah, we threw some new pickups in there. It doesn't sound too much different, so we're not going to do like a full mix or playthrough or anything. I'll probably do another video on maybe we'll do like a full mix, but for this video I just wanted to just show off how it came out. And yeah, I got a lot of projects lined up. We have a couple LTDs, we have a couple BC Riches. I just keep finding the projects to do. I want to do a lot more project videos. And yeah, I have a lot of fun doing these, and I hope you guys enjoy them as well. So I just wanted to jump in here real quick, say thank you again, and I hope you enjoyed this whole series. And we will see you in the next project.